Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. April 28, 2022, Thursday. Ito po ang The Stock Market Today. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Ginagawa ko po ito araw-araw. And I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Kung meron po yung stocks na gusto ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say in this channel should not be construed as financial advice. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa WILCON, kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, April 28, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so let's go to our financial headlines. Ang financial headlines po natin ay matatagpuan po natin dito sa BDO. AP core profits reached 2.9 billion in first quarter 2022. Then AEV core net income down 64% year-on-year to 3.2 billion in first quarter 2022. WILCON reports 42% year-on-year increase in first quarter core earnings. This is our main news. And then AGI attributable net profit up 92% year-on-year to 16.19 billion pesos in first full year 2021. So let's now go to our business news from the business world. WILCON Depot net income up 41% as new stores help boost sales. WILCON Depot on Wednesday reported a 40.7% growth in net income to 851 million in the first quarter of 2022 as sales jumped partly with the help of new stores. We are pleased to bring our strong start for the year as our customers troop back to our stores when the Omicron variant surge receded in February. WILCON Depot Chief Executive Lorraine Bello Sin Kochan said in a statement. She said the comparable sales declined in January at the height of the virus surge, but the company managed to reverse the downward trend to end the quarter with 8.6% growth and a 14.6% total net sales growth. The depot format store sales were up 15% to 7.5 billion, which accounted for 97.5% of the total net sales, while its smaller format stores home essentials sales declined by 1.3% to 138 billion. Operating expenses increased by 13.8% to 1.77 billion, attributable mainly to expansion-related expenses in outsourced services, tracking utilities, salaries, depreciation, and amortization. Operations-related other income grew 42.7% to 84 billion due to increased collection of supplier support and delivery fees in view of higher business volume. Okay, so yan po ang ating main news, and I'd like to share with you the study of BDO Securities on WILCON Depot. In essence, their rating is still neutral with a target price of 30 pesos and a closing price of 28 pesos yesterday would have an implied upside of only 7.1%. So neutral po siya dito, neither buy nor sell. Maintaining cautious stance despite beat. Yan. Okay, so yan po ang study ni BDO Sec on WILCON. Okay, so let's now go to our comments from our subscribers. Unahin po natin si Philip Gons. Hina po ng market, sir. Oo. Nakita mo naman na double top or head and shoulders formation siya, no? Plus the fact that the hawkish rates, meaning tumataas yung rates, bumababa naman po yung presyo sa stock market. Yun po ang nangyayari ngayon. MWC sir, sabi ni Isip Roman, may ibababa pa kaya sa 19? Sige po, sama po natin si MWC. George Kwang, good day sir. What's next for GMA 7 after declaring dividends and the campaigning ads will end as election day is near? Thanks again. Sige po, sama po natin si GMA. Sir, SPNEC SRO price is between 160 to 176. SPNEC closed today at 156. What is the significance of the 156 closing price to the SRO price range? Sabi po ni Visa Assistance. Alam nyo, kung ang SRO price, meaning yung kanyang stock rights offering, kung ang SRO niya is between 160 and 176 and the price is 156, bibili ba ako niyan? Hindi ako bibili niyan. Hindi ako bibili ng SRO. Bibili ako at market because market is cheaper. Di ba? Bakit ako bibili ng SRO? Mahal yan. Mahal yung SRO niya. Di ba? So, bibili ako doon sa 156. Mas mura yun. If I were to decide whether to buy or not, I will not. If the price is lower than the SRO. Okay? Yun po ang aking sagot dyan. So, let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it performed today. All right. Let's put up our indicators. But before we go to the PSE Index, may pahabol po dito, isang subscriber natin, Chito Gomez. Hello sir, please review DDMPR. Salamat po. Naku, buti nakahabol ka. Sige, sama natin yan. And GSMI. Salamat po. Okay. And then, before we go to the index, let me share with you the news item from Philstar. PSEI slumps ends lowest in 7 weeks. Ito po yung yesterday na dinidiscuss po natin. So, the local stocks plunged for the second consecutive session along with most Asian markets because of the decline in Wall Street. Also, worries on how the war in Ukraine may push prices for oil and other companies higher. And also, there is a threat of global stagflation, according to IMF. Also, yung financial analyst ng Philstock, si Japet Tantiangco, says the local stock market declined further because of negative spillovers from Wall Street, because of the economic slowdown, and China's economy continues to deal with the worsening COVID-19 situation and the war in Europe, Russia versus the Ukraine. He said yesterday's decline also attributed to investors' reaction over the earlier rate hike signals from the BSP. So ito yung sinasabi natin kahapon na in order to control inflation, you have to raise interest rates. Kasi mangyayari niyan is the BSP will make the government securities more attractive, and instead of money going to business or to the stock market, it will be the government who will be getting the money because mas attractive po siya, mas mataas yung interest rate, and the instrument is safer. So that's one way of siphoning off excess liquidity and thereby arresting inflation. Okay, so tingnan na po natin ang PSE. The PSE index ended at 6909.45, up 49.54 points or 0.66%. And this is a green candlestick from the two successive reds that we have seen earlier. However, note po natin, meron po siyang head and shoulders, which would imply a bearish PSE. In the market activity, 83 companies declined, 92 advanced, 1257 remained unchanged. The broader all-share index advanced 0.47%. All the sectoral indices are up, led by mining at 1.27%. So let's review the following, Let's review MWC, GMA7, DDMPR, GSMI, and then the top two most active stocks, BDO and TEL. Okay, so let's start with MWC. 1920 si MWC, and I think this is support level po. Support level po siya, nasa 1861. Support and resistance po, these are not exact points but these are areas. RSI is sideways. If you may term it sideways. 42.14, bearish pa rin po. The support rather is 18.61. And resistance, ang pinakamalapit po ay nasa 2081. So it's in general bearish ang MWC. Meron ba tayong news dito? Okay, wala, wala naman. So it's sideways to bearish. Earnings niya is 20.29 billion. So kumikita naman to, utility company. And Manila Water is majority owned by Enrique Razon already, not anymore. Hindi na po si Ayala Corporation. So sideways to bearish po ang movement ni MWC, and expect further sideways to bearish movement in the coming days. And then GMA7. So si GMA7, naku, ano nangyari dito kay GMA? Talagang since April 20, it has been moving down. X-date ba yun? Tama. It has been moving down, And nag-X-date lang po ay nagkaroon na ng malaking bagsak. Take note, meron pong gap down dito. It's a big gap. This. There. It's a huge gap down, and that gap will have to be filled at a later date. Hindi po natin alam kung kailan. So yung net income po ni GMA is up 26% at 7.57 billion. So one subscriber is asking what will happen daw. Actually, GMA7 is the leading network now. Siya na po yung pumalit kay ABS-CBN, which was a bit sidetracked because of the franchise. They were denied the franchise by Congress. So they are now viewed as the leader network, and ABS-CBN is a distant second. But sa totoo lang, ABS-CBN is using all its resources to regain its number one spot, but it will never be the same without the free air franchise that they once enjoyed. So GMA7, nasa support level po ito, and ito po ay support is holding here at this level. Yan po, nasa 1287 po ang pinaka-support niya, o almost 13 pesos, 1280 to 13 pesos ang pinaka-support ni GMA7, and this is a huge gap here. And now, after the elections, or right now, unti-unting makaka-recover o tataas uli ang GMA7, because kung magbigay po yan ng dividendo, once a year lang po eh. So after they give the dividends, ito April 20, twice sila kung magbigay. No, this is April 2021 rather, pero ito pataas siya. But here, may pababa, pababa siya. So it is just possible that the reaction, dito rin nagkaroon ng price action dito, nagkaroon siya ng gap din dito, but it is not much. Ito mas glaring po yung price action dito na gap down So yan po yung pinaka-support at 12.87, and I see the stock just about bearish to sideways po ang movement niya, following the market sentiment of most stocks in the PSE. But sooner or later, this gap will have to be filled. So yan po ang assessment ko kay GMA7. DDMPR, Itong DDMPR, talagang ever since nag-bearish na to, ever since it started. So, hindi ko na matandaan kung magkano IPO price dito, but I suppose it's mga 2, more than 2 pesos to eh. Ngayon, nasa 150 na lang. Oh. Nasa 150 na lang po siya. And, ang huling bigay niya ng dividend is November. 2.8 centavos. And August. And nagbigay din dito noong May, no? Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin po siya nagbibigay, no? Wala pang declaration na magbibigay siya ng dividendo. I think it's about time that they declare some form of dividends, ano? Consistent with the REIT. Okay? So in the meantime, bearish po si DDMPR and it will continue to be bearish. Yung RSI po natin is oversold. Tingnan natin yung DMI. Naku, talagang meron downtrend siya. Oh. Tingnan niyo po, no? Napakataas ng DMI, nasa 53. And the movement is downwards. Kung mas mataas po yung red kaysa sa green, downward movement po yan. And there is a definite downward trend for DDMPR. Okay, so that's DDMPR. Balik po natin sa yan. I wouldn't say that there is a support kasi wala po tayong data eh. Ito lang po yung pinaka-data natin eh. Yung pinaka-support niya before was here eh. Pero na-breach na po yan eh. 1.55 nasa 1.50, no? So probably this is still support level but I cannot really say because there is no historical data to support our support area. Yung pinaka-resistance po nandito po sa area to, nasa 180. Yan po ang aking assessment for DDMPR but there has to be some dividend declaration soon. And then GSMI, nag-champion lang to eh. Yan, Ginebra San Miguel. So, it's bearish to sideways din po. No? Uy, may dividends siya. 375. Computin nga natin yung dividend yield. Let's try to compute the dividend yield. So, March and then November. Okay. So, computin natin ang dividend yield dito. So, 1 peso, 1.375 eh. 1.375 divided by 104. Naku, maliit lang to. 1.32% gross net is 1.19. 1.19%. So, it's just very minuscule and very small. Teka, bakit dalawa ito? March 25 and April 8. Dalawa ang binigay niya. I'm not sure about this. So, i-times 2 natin. Kung dalawa nga yan. 2.37% or 2.38% yung dividend yield ni GSMI. Kung totoo nga ito, March 22 at meron siyang May or June payment, and there's another one on April 8 which is natapos na. Okay? So, yung pinaka-support natin ay, well, nakikita ko po dito sa area to. It's reaching support level already. Nasa 101.51. 100 to 101. Okay? Yung pinaka-support po niya. And the resistance. And dito ko nakikita. So, 114.48. So, bearish to sideways lang po. Following the sentiment of the most stocks in the PSE. BDO is next. Yan, nagkaroon siya ng bounce and engulfing green candlestick. Okay, na cash dividends, special cash dividends po siya because 11 billion yung, almost 12 billion yung first quarter earnings niya, no? Last year, in first quarter, 11, well, almost the same actually. So, it's just moving its actually moving upwards yung pinaka-trend ni BDO with M100 acting as support, 128.82 yung pinaka-support level po ni BDO, while the resistance, pinakamalapit po, 138 to 140 po ang pinaka-resistance ni BDO. This is just sideways to bullish ang movement niya. Then TEL, yan, si TEL continues to be bullish. Ngayon po, I would say that EMA100 is acting as support here. 1794 po ang pinaka-support level niya, while it gained 38 or 1.99% or 38 pesos today, and 1948 is already support level na po yan. Diyan po siya. Yan po. 1948 ang support. So it's bullish sideways and it continues to be bullish. Yan po si PLDT and it gives good dividends. Okay? Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. April 28, 2022. By the way, meron po tayong special segment on May 1, special Labor Day episode, and we will be featuring the question of a subscriber which I answered last November. One of the more challenging questions that I have had, and the subscriber is Marie Tutels. Okay, so it took me about 10 minutes to answer that question actually, but maganda po, meron po kayo matututunan doon, especially when it comes to financial planning and wealth management, although I am not a wealth advisor. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. April 28, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chadoro nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.